Hi, fourth grade. This is Miss Wilson again coming to you with another math video. Today we will be learning all about perimeter and area, how the formula and how to calculate it. So let's first start with our vocabulary words. Our first one is perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around the shape. How far is it for me to go all the way around the shape? So the outside of the shape. And we're going to use two different formulas today. One of them will be perimeter equals side plus side plus side plus side. But we're also going to do perimeter equals 2 times length plus width. Now, our second vocabulary word will be area. Area. And again, area is the square units of the space inside the shape. So we're trying to figure out how much does it take to fill up the inside of the space. And we're going to use the formula area equals length times width. So we're going to do the perimeter, which is how much it takes to get around the shape, and then the area, how much space is inside the shape. So let's get started. So I have a worksheet here where we're going to figure out not only the area, but the perimeter also. So anytime I get started with area perimeter, I always write my formula out first. So our formula for area is area, which we're going to use an A for, equals length. We're going to use the L for length times width. And we're going to use a W for width. Now, I always remember area as array, because when I learned how to multiply, I learned through an array. And that reminds me that I need to multiply to find my area. Then we're also going to use the formula for perimeter, which is we're going to use P for perimeter, 2, and we're learning now that parentheses means times, length plus width. So we're going to use those two formulas to figure out our area and our perimeter. All right, so let's do number 1. So A stands for area. Right now, I have to figure out the area. So I don't know the area to number 1. So I'm going to leave that A there. Because sometimes they will give you the area and sometimes they won't. So they didn't give me the area on this. So do I have my length? Yes, I have my length. That's what's going across, and that's 6 centimeters. Times, do I have my width? Yes, that's what's going up and down, how wide it is. And that's 2 centimeters. So I'm going to multiply this. Again, I'm finding my area. So area is going to equal 6 centimeters times 2 centimeters, which will give me 12 centimeters. So the area of this is 12 centimeters. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my 12 there. Now I have to find my perimeter. So again, my numbers have not changed. They did not give me my perimeter, so my P is going to stay there. That's my variable, my unknown. Then I have 2 times my length, and we figured out before that our length was 6 centimeters, plus my width, which is 2 centimeters. And again, this is where I'm getting my numbers from. Right here, my length is 6 centimeters. My width is 2 centimeters. Then I'm going to work it out. And please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's what I learned in 4th grade on the order operations. So whatever's in your parentheses, I always go first. So I have 2 times 6 plus 2, which is 8. So my perimeter equals 16. Remember we said there was 2 ways to do perimeter, so I'm going to do perimeter. The second way, which is side plus side plus side plus side. So what we should already know is that these lines are parallel, which means they're going in the same direction, they're the same length, and they never touch. So if this side is 6 centimeters, that means this side is 6 centimeters. And if my width on this side is 2 centimeters, that means my width on the other side would be 2 centimeters also. Just in case you was wondering where am I going to get all these sides from, they're given to me. So I have 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 because I have 4 sides. 2 of them are 6 each. The other 2 is 2 each. And then I'm going to add 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. So my perimeter is still the same as 16, regardless of which formula I decide to use. All right, so let's do another one. Let's do this number 3. Again, it's asking me for area and perimeter. So my formula for area is A, which stands for area, equals length times width. So it doesn't give me my area, because that's what it's asking me to find is my area. But it does give me my length, which is 5 meters, and it does give me my width, which is 9. So I'm going to put those in place of these variables. So my length is 5 times my width, which is 9. And so my area equals 5 times 9, which is 45. So I'm going to go ahead and put 45 as my area. Since we found our area, now I need to find my perimeter. And again, perimeter, we have to remember that these are parallel lines, which means they go on forever in the same direction and never touches. So if it's 5 meters on this side, that means it's 5 across from it. So they're parallel lines. And if this side is 9, that means it's 9 on that side, because again, they're parallel lines. But we're going to work it out both ways. So again, this P is my variable that stands for perimeter, and we don't know what the perimeter is. So I'm going to leave that variable there. And I have 2 times my length, which is 5, plus my width, which is 9. And then again, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I always do my parentheses first. And 9 plus 5 is 14. Then I multiply 2 times 14 is 28. So I got 28 as my perimeter there. But I can also work it out using the other formula, which is perimeter equals side plus side plus side plus side. Again, I don't know my perimeter, so I do know my length plus my width. And 5 plus 5 is 10. 9 plus 9 is 18. And so my perimeter is 28. So the answer didn't change regardless of which formula I use. But sometimes it does give you the area, and you have to figure out either the length or the width. So here they want us again find the area, but this time they give me what the area is, but the formula doesn't change. Area equals length times width. And now I'm going to just input the information that they did give me in place of the variables. So area is, we haven't been filling out area because they asked us what the area is. But now they gave me the area. They told me the inside of this rectangle holds 20. So instead of A, I now have 20 there because it's not unknown. I know my area is going to equal 20. And then it gives me my length, which is 4, but it does not give me my width. So I'm going to keep that variable there. And then I'm going to fill in what this variable is. 20 equals 4 times 5. So my width has to be 5 in order to make this true. Now, option that I did have was to do the inverse, which would be 20 divided by 4 equals width. And that still would have gave me 5 as my width. So I could leave this as a blank and figure it out by filling in the blank, or I can do the inverse. And then the same with perimeter. Sometimes they give you the perimeter. Does that change the my formula? No, it doesn't. It just changed the way I work it out. So before my perimeter was unknown and they asked me to get the answer. Now it's not unknown. I know it's 20. 20 equals 2 times, again, it gives me my length, which is 6, but does not give me my width. And that's what I need to figure out, what my width is. So again, there's 2 ways I can do this. I can say 20 equals 2 times what? 2 times what would give me 20? 2 times 10. Okay? So that means what's in my parentheses have to equal 10. And 6 plus what will give me 10? And that'll be 4. Or again, I can do the inverse. I can do the inverse. So I have 20, that's my parentheses, my perimeter, equals 2 times 6 plus width. So first thing I'm going to do is put this 2 over here and do the inverse. So instead of multiplication, I'll be dividing. 20 divided by 2 equals 6 plus W. And so now I have 10 equals 6 plus W. And now I need to get this W by itself. So if I'm adding on this side and I do the inverse, I would be doing what? Subtracting. And 10 minus 6 gives me 4. So either way, or, I can still do it. Parentheses equals side plus side plus side plus side. And then I have 20 as my perimeter, because it gave me my perimeter, remember? Equals, I have my 6, my 2 6s, and then my other 2 sides I don't know. So I'll add these 2 together. 20 equals 12 plus S plus S. Then I'm going to do my inverse. So I have 20 minus 12 equals S plus S, and that's 8 equals S plus S. And I know both of these have to be the same number. So that'll give me 4 plus 4 equals S. Equals, on my sides. So I hope you learned something today. I definitely need you to remember the area model, the area formula, because it's definitely going to be coming back up with multiplication when we do our area model. Until next time, 4th grade. Bye.